Hey guys, it's Ancient Summer here and welcome to my video. So today I'm actually doing a current household. So basically this is Kenzie Mosley. Kenzie is actually the younger sister of Bella Goth. I'll show you her now. So this is her here. So basically, Kenzie, there was quite a backstory with Bella. So, as all of you know, Bella Goth is a secret agent, and basically, Kenzie she was very mischievous. Like she just kind of wanted to be the opposite of Bella, like because Bella obviously got married way too young when she was basically a teenager, had children, she had a teenager when she was just basically a young adult, almost an adult. So Kenzie at this point was probably a child coming into her teens. So she really, really hated Mortimer Goth because he took her big sister off of her. She was really close with Bella Goth because they used to do everything together. But as soon as Bella Goth got into this secret relationship with Mortimer Goth, basically they just kind of grew apart, and because of that, she resented Mortimer, and then she ended up resenting her own sister because she realized that even though Mortimer was a big reason for this, even though Mortimer was a big reason for this, Bella was she was equally to blame. So what happened was basically she's really protective over her sister. As she got older, she got a lot closer with her sister because she just wanted to take care of her sister all the time. So she kind of moved in with Mortimer, Bella, Cassandra, and Alexander. Now she's a really good auntie. She loves the children and she loves her sister, but she hated Mortimer. She basically wanted to make his life a living hell. Because of this, she had went into the criminal career, and basically she just brung down hell on everybody's life that she met in the street. She would fight with them. She would do all these horrible things. She was like the top guy in the criminal career. So basically, she was Bella's enemy, but it was kind of unknown. Like Bella did know that her sister was quite mischievous and evil a little bit, but she didn't expect her sister to actually be a criminal mastermind, but she was. Obviously, due to this, Kenzie, she then met Penny Pizzazz, and Penny had noticed that basically Kenzie got into so many fights, and basically she had to kind of show Kenzie that it wasn't like a life worth living, because like really like she was she basically she fought with everybody, like, and I mean everybody, anybody that passed her on the street, she would fight with them. She didn't care who it was. She just wanted to have a fight. You know what I mean? Um, so that was kind of annoying for Penny to watch because she ended up caring for Kenzie. So because of this, Penny ended up falling in love with her a little bit, and Kenzie started to grow feelings for Penny too. And it was really unexpected because growing up, Kenzie was always interested in men and boys, but being being the way she was, like so evil and basically hated, nobody would have a romance with her. So she kind of loved the attention coming off of Penny, even though she didn't understand it. But then eventually she did. She realized that I kind of love this girl. You know what I mean? So Penny actually opened her eyes. She basically showed Kenzie that really what she was doing was not just evil, but it was basically branding Kenzie as an awful person. And Penny knew that Kenzie wasn't awful, like on the inside, you know what I mean? So basically, what happened was after falling more in love with Penny, Kenzie had decided, look, that's it. I'm stopping this career. I'm going to quit. But she didn't know what to do, so she actually ended up realizing that all of her wrongdoings had really hurt people. So then what she had decided was that she wanted to become a doctor so she could help people then. So it would kind of not, like, she would try and make it balance out the evil what she'd actually done. So that is what she's doing, and she's actually, oh, she needs to go to work anyway. So I'll let her do that. So the thing is that she would actually, she's, I think she's level 4, maybe she's level 5, but she's progressing quite well through it, you know what I mean? Like, oh wait, before she leaves actually. Sorry, I know I'm telling a story here about, like, oh no, she had the baby at home, so we don't get one of them. Oh, that's sad. Okay. So basically, so oh, where was I? I am so confused. So Kenzie now kind of sees that what she was doing was wrong and that she shouldn't have been doing that. So then obviously she ended up marrying Penny, and they moved to San Myshuno to it was the single tower. Do you know how it's like? I can't remember the name of it. But they'd moved into that flat. So it's one of the large flats that's basically on their own. Like, no other sim could live there, but it was a big one. It had like upstairs, downstairs as well. So they'd moved into there, and they were just doing very good, progressing very well through their life. They were getting a lot of money. Penny, her career had rocketed as well. She's level 7. She's an internet personality. So just, yeah, she's just really, they're really doing good with what they're kind of trying to achieve. So then they were able to afford a house in Brindleton Bay. So that is actually where they moved. But before they had moved to Brindleton Bay, Penny had actually conceived a son with Kenzie, and his name is Caleb. So this is him here. So this is little Caleb. Let's see if I can maybe go in a little bit. So that's Caleb there. So what I'd actually done was, you know how when you're in cast you can choose which sim can either get pregnant or impregnate others. Basically what I'd done, because I wanted basically a perfect mixture of them both, what I had done was I kind of changed Kenzie to be able to get Penny pregnant so they could conceive the son, and then basically little Caleb was born, and honestly they adore Caleb. Like, they have put everything they can into giving him, like, basically everything that he needs, everything that he wants. He's such a good child, though. He does get obviously hangry and moody when he needs something that's not being fulfilled, but other than that, like, he's a perfect child. He doesn't bother them. He's I can't remember what his trait is actually. I think, oh yeah, he's independent, that's why. Because he's so independent, he just goes and does whatever he wants, and he hasn't really, like, he's got everything's kind of at the same level except for his empathy. His empathy is slightly under, but overall he's a good sim. So that's what I mean by this. So they also Kenzie recently got married. What am I saying? Like, Kenzie recently got impregnated by Penny, and they conceived another son, Caden. So it's Caleb and Caden. So Caden is literally just born. So here's the kind of tree here. See, so she's the sister to her and Bella Goth, Cassandra, and then there's Alexander. Penny, obviously you don't. Oh yes, I meant to say I generated her a sister. So this is Paula Reed. So the reason her name is Reed is because she's married to Andre Reed. So that's Paula, and then they have a daughter, Cassidy. So Cassidy is Caleb and Caden's cousin. I uploaded some photos on my Facebook page, which basically, I don't know if I did do the one of Cassidy Caleb hugging, but there's a really cute screenshot that I got of them both hugging, and it's honestly the sweetest thing ever. If I haven't, I will actually upload it so you guys can see it. Or I might actually just make it the... yeah, I could make it just the thumbnail. So, yeah, they also adopted a cat called Simon. Like, he's so cute. He was the cutest little kitty. There is a few pictures of Simon uploaded. There's one of him sleeping and there's one of him with Caleb. So this is Simon, this is their cat. He's actually just aged up from a kitten. So he's a very, very young cat. Oh god, he's very fast as well. So, oh yeah, I should probably put a collar on him as well. Yeah. So this is Simon. Oh, right. Toddlers cannot be left home. Should I hire a nanny or... I'll send them to daycare, because I've noticed that when you send them to daycare, their skills kind of go up more. What just happened? Whoa. That was really weird. But yeah, this is just basically my current household. Like, honestly, I've grown such an attachment to these characters, you've no clue. Like, I love Caleb. Like, I usually don't hate them. Like, I wouldn't say I hate toddlers, because honestly I was quite annoyed that EA didn't actually give toddlers in The Sims 4 in the first place. But they are just difficult to deal with, you know what I mean? Like, they're very difficult to control and difficult to take care of, especially when there's more than one. Honestly, like, for instance, Urban Sims and her Cats and Dogs LP, June just well, she didn't just give birth, but June gave birth to twins, which was Maddox and, oh god, what was the other one? Maddox, I can't remember the other one's name. It's June Pace, Clementine, Maddox, and, oh god, I really cannot remember the other one's name. But basically, Maddox has a twin, and by that time, when they turned into twins, God's sake, when they turned into toddlers, at this point, Clementine was also a toddler, so because of that, she had 3 toddlers to deal with, as well as actually trying to get her LP done, which was obviously really, really hard. So what they had to do was, she had to age up Clementine, which she did, and then the toddlers were just so, like, they misbehaved all the time. They were so needy. Honestly, these toddlers, I would have killed them. Like, they would mess up the house. They would always run outside for some reason. Like, they were very wild, even though I don't even think any of them had a wild aspiration or trait. It was like needy, and I think the other one was, I don't know what the other one was, but yeah, it was just really, really bad. You know what I mean? Like, I just couldn't, like. But Caleb has been no problem for this family. When Penny decides to clean up her desktop, she finds her favourite meme. It's gotten a little outdated in the last few weeks, but maybe it's worth bringing. I would bring it back. Penny's fans are bored of that meme. Now her fans starting to criticise her ability to be on the latest news. Oh, at least she got a promotion. I mean. So she's been promoted to an online A-lister. She will now make an additional $122. Why did I say dollars? No, simoleons. I've said pounds. I've said dollars now. It is simoleons. For a grand total of 278 simoleons per hour. Her shift is Wednesday at 10 a.m. There you go. And Tayden and Caleb have returned from daycare. Oh god, she's on her own. Look at this cat. Oh, I love him. He's just like lying. This is how he sleeps, guys. Like, he sleeps on his back. He doesn't even sleep on his front. This is how this cat sleeps. Oh, we have to Simstagram that. Come on, you can't not do that. Oh, no, right. I hate that when you try to Simstagram it, you can't really, like, move it over. It's quite irritating, to be honest. That is the perfect picture ever. I'm just gonna take a few. I love that. That is hilarious. Buy a toddler tunnel, but you already have one. A squeaky toy. But yeah, this is basically my current household. I genuinely, I cannot tell you how much these are genuinely my favorite characters I've ever made. Like, I've never had a favorite, you know what I mean? Like, usually when I played The Sims, I would make up my own kind of generated world where it was like people that I knew and my relationships with everybody. So it was basically me playing me in The Sims. But this is like the first time, like this is on the Simsy save. So when I went onto the Simsy save, I really didn't know which family to play. So I was like, because she'd made so many, like this girl worked so hard for this to make this full world, and honestly, I was just like, I don't know which one to play. This is very confusing. So I'd never played the Goth family, so I was like, this is actually quite interesting. I might as well try and play them. And when I started playing them, it was like I just loved them. Like I've never loved the goth so much in my life. Like usually I avoided them because obviously their backgrounds with Cassandra and Alexander being gloomy. I think they're gloomy. But basically their life seems so complicated because Bella kept disappearing all the time. But then actually, when I started playing them, Bella and Mortimer were so close, even though she was never there. Like, he never got angry at her, she never got angry at him. They would always basically, they were very, like, sexual towards each other. They were so intimate, they would love each other all the time, even though she would disappear. So it makes me kind of think, does Mortimer kind of know she's a secret agent? Is that allowed? But Cassandra, so I'm actually going to be like I built her a house in Brindleton Bay, and I'm actually going to go to it after this, so that'll be my next video just to kind of show you one of my builds. But Cassandra ended up resenting her mother and her father because their relationship was just so weird. She didn't think they were in love. She hated the fact that the Goths were basically like, even though they had the second name Goth, they were branded as Goths as well because all they wore was red and black, and she hated it. She didn't want to be that way. She just wanted to be her own person. She felt like she was being forced to be this person that she didn't want to be. So she would get into a lot of fights with her mother, and eventually she started dating Arnie Andrews. I think that's his name, or is it Arnie Arnold? I think it's Arnie Arnold. But she started dating him because she'd met him, she'd gotten close to him, and they had a very kind of estranged relationship. Like, she basically started dating him. She liked him, she really did, but they stopped communicating a lot, and he never really wanted to be romantic with her. Like, they always kind of got into a little bit of a slight fight, you could say, because she would try and flirt with him out in public, and he was so socially awkward that he didn't like it. So then she eventually yelled at him, and I think his name is Parker Shea. Let me see if Penny knows him. Let me see. Oh yeah, so Parker Shea, yes, that's it. So basically, this guy had a very bad, like, he is the best friend of Bella Goth, and he had a bad relation. I think it's Bella Goth. It might actually be Penny. I'm not sure who it is, but he's a best friend of someone that is in this family. And basically, honestly, like, basically he had a bad relationship with Cassandra, and because he had a bad relationship with her, he basically said, well, we haven't always gotten along, but do you want to go out to dinner so we can try and sort out our differences? So at this time, she'd just had her argument with Arnie, and he'd went home. So she was like, well, you know what? Yeah, sure, like, totally, I'll do that. So she went. So where is she then? I'll try and find her. She went out with him. Yeah, so this is her here. So she went out with him, and they had dinner, and then they sorted out their differences. But then she got a little bit drunk and started flirting with him because, as you can see, he is a very attractive man. He's still a young adult, and obviously Cassandra has just she has just aged up. So because of that, she was like, you know what, it's a little bit weird, but you're kind of hot, so I'm going to see how this goes. Because she was just so angry at Arnie, like, she couldn't deal with him anymore. And because all she wanted from Arnie was a relationship, like a relationship, but she didn't get that because he was so socially awkward. Like he wouldn't flirt with her, and he would get into to fights with her because she flirted with him, and it was just so infuriating. So then she went out with Parker, and then she flirted. She started to like him. Then the romance festival came after their date, and because of that, she went with, obviously, with her best friend. So her best friend is Jackie Kim, and she went with Arnie. Arnie was getting to be a little bit, how do you say, romantic, and she'd noticed it. She was like, this is really nice of him. He's never like this. I don't know why he's being quite romantic right now. Obviously, they were at the romance festival, but she went because even though they were at the romance festival, it was a public place. So she knew Arnie was like trying. He was trying, but she was just, it was just so far gone that she didn't even know it was possible. So then she started talking to Jackie, and she'd basically said to Jackie, look, I met this guy, Parker Shea, over dinner. We had a bad relationship, but really, as I started talking and getting to know him, I really like him. Like, I just don't feel the same way I did for Arnie when I did in high school. I'm just not in love with him anymore. And she was like, I don't know, but should I break up with him? Like, I don't want to keep being in a relationship with Arnie if he could find someone else. And I'm just basically stuck in this loveless relationship. And Jackie said, look, Cassandra, you need to do what makes you happy. Like, you can't keep pleasing others. You have to do what makes you happy. You have to focus on yourself. And if you honestly feel like the best decision is to break up with Arnie, then you have to break up with Arnie, which is exactly what she did. In the romance festival, she was like, Arnie came over and just kissed her. Like, he just came right over and just basically planked a kiss on her. And she basically, I'm not sure, like, she just went, look, Arnie, we've had a great time, we've done great things, but I don't know, I can't continue to be with you anymore. Like, we're not, this relationship isn't really a relationship. And Arnie, he was sad, but he was like, you know what, I get what you mean, and I've noticed it too. I just don't think this is working out. So they're still friends, but she then went back here because she'd actually moved out of her mum and dad's house because she was so pissed off that she'd moved out of her mum and dad's house, and she moved into this bedroom until she could get a place of her own. And she came back here with Parker, and obviously she woohooed with him, I think twice. I don't know if that was her first woohoo. Her first woohoo might have been Arnie. But at that same point, I'm not even joking, Kenzie was giving birth. And then the next day, Simon aged up. So it was quite an eventful day. Her first woohoo with Parker, and then Caden being born, and then Simon aging up. So it was very, very active. But basically, so far she hasn't talked to Parker about what happened. He hasn't really contacted her either. Because really, Cassandra wasn't planning on going any further with it, to be honest. So she's not sad that he's not, like, contacted him at all. She's absolutely fine with it. Like, she doesn't care. She just wants to have a life. So what I'll do now is basically, I'll show you a bit of their lifestyle. I think I really have. Like, there's nothing really much to show you because this is what they do. They go to work, they come back, they take care of their kids. Simon as well. Simon's honestly really, really cute. Like, they have a beautiful house. Why is this door so it freaks me out when it... Oh, he's watching them. Yeah, so basically this is how this goes. Like, nothing much else happens. So I think I'll actually end it here, and I will then go into the video of showing you my build for Cassandra. It's not the greatest, like, it's probably, like, I was terrible, like, oh my god, I can't speak. What I'm trying to say is, I'm basically terrible at building, but I started building houses for my my realistic town. So every time like a pack comes out, I don't know why, I just kind of restart it because I want to have the full experience. But I restarted it this time because I had to make like the dogs in the family and everything, and I wanted them to be in the family straight away. So I restarted it, and honestly, like, I started building my mum and dad's house, my boyfriend's mum and dad's house, and then I had built a house in Brindleton Bay as well, which was my friend's house in it. So she was there with me, and she, like, it wasn't really her house, like, she didn't earn anything to get it, but her husband in the game is a really, really, really high up in business. So he's a lot of money. So technically, he was already living in this house. So basically, when she married him, she'd moved in with him. So I'll show you those two. And if you want to see more builds, I'll probably just show you them. But if you want to actually see me doing a speed build, then I can put that into the channel, definitely. But yeah, so see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.